Hello everyone, how are you? Hope everything will be fine. Okay, here Mimin will continue from the Lutung Kasarung folklore plot. The one who will lose the curse of Purbasari's daughter will then return to the palace of the Pasir Batang kingdom, and there will be a cooking competition to determine the heir to the throne. How to proceed? Just jump right into the storyline. First intro.
Putri Purbasari believes that the long-tailed jet-black monkeys are not random animals. He must have been sent by the Almighty to help him. Sure enough, after bathing and soaking in the water of the small lake, the disgusting and foul-smelling skin disease suffered by Princess Purbasari was cured. There was no trace at all in his face and body that he had ever had an illness. In fact, her skin became fresher, brighter, and smoother than before. Her face that was indeed beautiful, and her skin that was originally smooth, became even more beautiful and smooth. Princess Purbasari was very happy. He is very grateful to Loetoeng and the Almighty. At the palace of the Pasir Batang kingdom, Prabu Tapa Ageng, who really missed Princess Purbasari, finally ordered the governor of Uwak Batara Lengsar to visit Princess Purbasari. After arriving in the forest where Putri Purbasari was exiled, Uwak Batara Lengsar was surprised to see the condition of Princess Purbasari, who had completely recovered from this disgusting skin disease. He then convinced Princess Purbasari and invited her to return to the palace. At first Putri Purbasari refused, but hearing how much her father Prabu Tapa Ageng missed her, she finally accepted. Putri Purbasari, accompanied by Lutung Kasarung, returned to the Pasir Batang kingdom palace with the governor of Uwak Batara Lengsar. Princess Purbasari's return to the palace was greeted with great joy by Prabu Tapa Ageng, but of course the opposite with Princess Purbararang and Raden Indrajaya. They both felt their position was threatened. Sure enough, Prabu Tapa Ageng will make an announcement that the royal throne will soon be handed over to Princess Purbasari. Putri Purbararang then raised her objection. He submitted a condition to Prabu Tapa Ageng. He wants to hold a cooking competition. If Putri Purbasari can beat her in a food cooking competition, then she is willing to voluntarily let Putri Purbasari become queen. However, if she wins the cooking competition, then she is entitled to become the queen of the Pasir Batang kingdom. Prabu Tapa Ageng then agreed to the conditions put forward by Princess Purbararang. So a cooking competition was held between Purbararang and Purbasari. Putri Purbararang, with the help of her servants, to cook food very quickly. The food that Putri Purbararang made looked very delicious. The smell is fragrant. Putri Purbasari, of course, was overwhelmed. He works alone. Finally, Lutung Kasarung asked the Almighty for help. So then, the fairies and nymphs were sent down from heaven to help Princess Purbasari cook in plain view. Putri Purbasari seemed to be cooking herself, even though around her, no one noticed that fairies and nymphs were helping her. They added the secret spices from heaven. There is no other cooking spice on earth that can match the delicacy of this spiced food. Finally, when the judges of the cooking competition tasted the dishes of Putri Purbararang and Putri Purbasari, the victory was awarded to Putri Purbasari. Princess Purbararang was very upset. He thought he would win. He refused to admit defeat and asked for another competition to be held, namely a long and beautiful hair competition. Because of his patience, Prabu Tapa Ageng gave Princess Purbararang a second chance. Putri Purbasari did not feel the slightest fear of losing, even though she knew her sister's hair was much longer than hers. Sure enough, when Putri Purbararang untied the bun, her jet black and beautiful hair fell down to her calf. Lutung Kasarung again prayed and asked the Almighty for help. His prayer was granted. Before Princess Purbasari untied the bun, the fairies and nymphs from heaven tied Princess Purbasari's hair, which was only up to her waist. The fairies and nymphs worked very quickly and neatly. Each strand of Putri Purbasari's hair is spliced so that when the hair is unraveled, its length reaches the heel. The hair is so beautiful. Much more beautiful and black than Princess Purbararang's hair. Once again Putri Purbararang was defeated. However, the basis of his words could not be held. Putri Purbararang again refused. He was getting angry. He asked for a third race to Prabu Tapa Ageng. Now Prabu Tapa Ageng is firm. He will finish this race until this third only. Putri Purbararang promised that this was the last race. In fact, he swore, if he lost, he was willing to be beheaded and the reins of power of the Pasir Batang kingdom would be the full right of Princess Purbasari. Prabu Tapa Ageng agreed. Apparently, Princess Purbararang asked for a contest for her fiancé's handsomeness. Everyone present in the palace was surprised. Surely this race will be won by Putri Purbararang. Raden Indrajaya is the most handsome young man in the kingdom of Pasir Batang. There is no young man more handsome than Raden Indrajaya. Princess Purbasari then confidently took Lutung Kasarung and came forward to approach Princess Purbararang and Raden Indrajaya. Everyone present in the palace was stunned. Putri Purbasari has a fiancé, an ugly langur. But that situation only lasted for a moment. When Lutung Kasarung stood next to Raden Indrajaya, he turned into his true figure. Now Sanghyang Gurumanda has been freed from punishment. His form as Lutung Kasarung has been taken. Now he is the real Sanghyang Gurumanda. He is a very handsome celestial being. Raden Indrajaya's handsomeness dimmed when Sanghyang Gurumanda stood next to him. Everyone in the audience applauded. Princess Purbararang and Raden Indrajaya were very surprised. Things changed 180 degrees. The law of beheading awaits them. However, because of Princess Purbasari's kindness, the beheading was not carried out. He forgave his brother sincerely. Prabu Tapa Ageng was very happy. It would not be wrong if he later handed over the reins of government to Putri Purbasari. Finally Purbasari and Sanghyang Gurumanda live happily ever after in the kingdom of Pasir Batang.
Finally finished the story. How is the story? Is it interesting or curious? Yes, I hope you are more interested in continuing the next storyline. Oh yes, for those of you who want to request folklore from Indonesia, please comment below. Okay, see you again.